Welcome to the Homegrown Haven. There's a few generations of us living here, all under one roof. Well, mostly. We are renovating our 3-bedroom bungalow, room by room, and learning as we go. We've just finished building an annex out the side of the bungalow, which is now home to my grandma. It's given her space, independence, and still keeps her right at the heart of everything we're doing here. And then there's the land, about an acre that we're turning into a proper kitchen garden. The goal is simple: grow more of our own food, waste less, and figure things out as we go. It's not always smooth, and it's definitely not for everyone, but it works for us. If you're into renovations, gardening, or just curious about a different way of living, you're in the right place.
Well, hello and welcome back to another week on the Homegrown Haven. It's been a cold, wet week and it's June. Charlotte, Carl and George have been away on the south coast in their beach hut, and I'm sure despite the poor weather they've had a fantastic time, but they're back today. So what will they find? Well, I've planted a few more things out. We've started cropping. I'll talk about that in a minute. Things are moving on nicely in the kitchen garden. Over in the garden kitchen, I'm going to have terrible trouble with that. Things are moving on as well. But of course you will notice I now have microphones. So that's been a technological challenge, as everything is, but I've overcome it. And I'm sure they'll make a big difference. So without further ado, let's go and have a wander around and see what's changed here on the Homegrown Haven. I'm pleased to report we are also picking fresh, ripe strawberries on a daily basis. And what a difference in taste from the shop bought ones. It's like a different fruit. Fantastic. I may just have overestimated our use of lettuce. We eat salads every week, and there are 6 of us in the household, but we can't use all this lettuce. Not forgetting, of course, I've also got lettuce growing in the beds in the fruit cage. But I've brought you in here to show you the happy news that I have 2 good-sized cucumbers there. Really looking forward to harvesting and eating those. I may even, if I give it to George straight off the plant, I have a sneaky suspicion that he'll eat it as it is, which would be lovely. We'll see. I have observed that the rhubarb has most definitely picked up. It's looking a lot healthier. Now, we have had biblical rain this week. All my water butts are now full again. Whether it's the heavy rain which they like, or the very heavy mulch of my own compost that Carl and I stuffed under that membrane, I don't know. But either way, I'm very pleased to see it. I'm also thrilled to report the final 10th asparagus crown has finally sprung into life. So pleased with that. So that's 10 out of 10. So a big thumbs up to Marshalls. Very happy with that. And I've put this string cage around them because they are notorious for flopping over. I mean, there's not a lot of growth there already, but once those fronds get above that string, it'll contain them and hopefully stop them from falling over and collapsing. So yeah, big success story on the asparagus. Courgettes are looking good. We now have small courgettes growing. My experience is that they will rot off. The first couple on each plant usually rot off and wither, and that's fine, it's perfectly normal. But everything else is looking fantastic. Another crop that will have benefited from the very heavy rain is the potatoes. They're just about to flower. That rain, which went on for hours, would have soaked right down into the ground and hopefully promote growth on the potatoes. So that's all good news. The rain was definitely very welcome. But right now, first week of June, Anniversary of D-Day. We are now cropping salads, so lettuce, cucumbers, spring onions, radish. We've now started to eat and freeze broad beans and garden peas. I think that's it. Yeah, so it's modest starts, but it's all going in the right direction. Lovely to see the carrots and the parsnips developing nicely. It all bodes well for the future. I just hope the mesh is up to the job of keeping the carrot fly out. We'll see. I'm also now taking the first pickings of sweet peas into the house, and boy do they smell fantastic. I have a very poor sense of smell, which after 30 years in the military and all the places we went has stood me in good stead, I found, in life. But these ones I can really smell. They're fantastic, really nice in the house. So this is the latest addition out of the greenhouse and into the ground. I think that's 12 cauliflower all year round, and then some broccoli on the end. But one of the tomatoes that I put out recently didn't make it, but I have a spare. Always have spares, but it's all looking very good. Right, this is the last of the peas that I've sown. This one is called Jumbo, so be interested to see if it grows big, fat, juicy peas and pods as the name would suggest. And as usual, I've watered the guttering heavily so that it slips out nice and easy, like so. And then backfill, push the soil up, give it another good water, and they're on their own. Got to put in a frame for them to climb up, but nice to see the beds are almost full now. I've got one section left here and another section there, and then that's all our beds filled. Of course, things like the broad beans, the garlic, they'll be coming out soon, so we'll need more crops to go in. So it's not finished, but nevertheless it's nice to see. Right, one more to do. Whoever first came up with this idea of the guttering was a horticultural genius. Now don't let me down, come on. Aha. Once you get them moving, you're 9/10 of the way there. Yes, whoever did this knew what they were talking about. So simple. Keep them in the greenhouse as they germinate, safe from mice and other pests, and then when they're ready, bring them out, put them in the ground, job done. We'll see how these do. I tend to find that once you get into the summer, peas suffer a bit, but I've just got to put a climbing frame in the middle there, and I think I'm going to try and sow some more parsnips here. I've got the parsnips in the raised bed and they're doing fantastic, but I've got a bit of ground here. We'll see. I'll give it a go. If they don't germinate, they don't germinate. Right, mid-morning brew time. broad beans. Modest, but very acceptable.
What are we doing? We're going to come down low and super slow. Low and slow, man. Awesome.
One. Right, we need 3 more. Ready? Which one? This one? This one? Okay, we need 2 more. Which one? This one? Got it! Yeah! Okay, another last lucky jump. Right, ready? Hang on.
Last one, George.
Should we go further in? What about this one? This one? Yeah! Done, thank you.
Well, progress is slow here, but it is steady. I've now trimmed everything down. In fact, I was doing that as Charlotte and Carl drove off for their beach holiday. But yeah, it's all trimmed down now. Heavily suppressed with lots of cardboard and then this very thick construction plastic over the top. And then we'll leave it and hopefully it'll kill everything under there. We'll see. The 2 bays have been completely emptied. Everything is starting to be raked this way because as well as a slope that way, there's a slope that way which I'm trying to eliminate. So that's been done. All the wire fencing has now come out. That'll have to go to the tip. I'm starting to, the bricks are in the way now. We've moved these bricks so many times, but they've got to go in that far corner because that's the place of least obstruction. So it takes a long time to shift bricks, but today I'll carry on and we'll keep moving bricks that way. This will open up this area, and then hopefully today at some point, if the weather allows, I'll chainsaw out these stumps to give us a flatter area, and we'll see if they regenerate. I'm not really fussed either way. We'll see. There's one last panel of the fencing to come out there, and then this weekend coming, Carl and I will start on the retaining walls to hold this collapsing wall back. But I'm very happy with the way it's developing. More to do, as always. Yeah? Oh, you've got a big dinosaur. How are you at mixing cement? How are any of us are doing it? Put him in the puddle. Whoops.
Might be better initially just with a spade.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is it? Wheelbarrow, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a back.
Drop the rest in there.
In the back. Stop!
That'll do it.
A bit dry there.
Stop!
like this.
Yes, like that.
Is that close enough? So we need to go right up to the edge.
No, I'm doing it because I'm going to put a mix in there.
Ah,
So
okay.
I'll tell you what you could do is you could start the next mix.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are watching a professional.
You're absolutely not. I'm also inept.
Yes, comfort zones are nowhere to be found around here. That's more than enough, Carl. Well done. Right. Over to the block layer.
But Dad,
Yes, mate.
I have to. I can borrow a piece. I borrow a
Oh, so I mean you've sat one of the breeze blocks on the cement at the back?
Yes.
I borrow a piece.
Yeah, we can do in a minute. We'll fill it up shortly. I see.
Oh, tough. Gives me another block.
And then, oh yeah, you want some in between, don't you? Do you want to put some on the end of that?
So we want a half one, don't we, to make it level with that. So could you just put that?
Where's the? Would you not want the half one on the end?
I was trying to disguise it in
Oh,
there
yeah.
somewhere, so that
'Cause
the
that-
end one is a neat one.
Because the half one will take it. It won't have the overlapping thing then, will it?
Ah, no, okay, you're right. Go on then.
Do you need some on the end of that?
Yeah, put it on.
Put it up for it.
Well, we are self-confessed amateurs, in fact complete novices, but we've got the 2 foundation rows of breeze blocks in. They're level. Now we're going to pack around it with cement just to make sure that when we build up, it's got a firm foundation. But we're quite happy with that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Of course, the really serious work is going on over here.
What are you doing?
As George works hard to put his exposed belly in a puddle.
What are you doing?
Must fill you with pride, Father.
I don't know where he gets it from.
I've got a rough idea.
So we've got our resident stonemason.
Not just a chiselled jaw. See what I did there?
I'm doing it,
It's
I'll
terrible.
be quite impressed if this works.
when the only person that laughs at your jokes is
Daddy.
you.
I'm doing it, like that. I'm doing. I'm doing.
I'm taking a bit off this piece of stone, mate.
Oh wow.
Well, that didn't really work, did it?
I reckon, yeah, if you keep.
Keep away, sunshine. Ooh.
Well,
Ooh. Now, come on.
I'll give that
take
an
that.
A minus.
A minus. Ooh.
That's relatively neat as well.
That's not bad, is it?
Look.
The power of YouTube.
It's a bit dry that mix, doesn't it?
We're rather proud of our efforts this morning, aren't we, Carl?
Yeah. I'd love to see what a professional thinks.
If there's any professional bricklayers watching, please do leave a comment. Keep it civil, please.
What do you think?
Find it.
Can you take a little bit out in the middle of that?
Yeah, it looks a bit higher, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're doing 2 at each level, so there's 2 there, 2 there, 2 here, and this will be the last one.
Right, well, if you excuse George reloading our wall with dirt, actually that is that retaining wall finished, and it goes at least 1 layer below ground level. We're very pleased with it, actually. I mean, it's not about the aesthetic, but it does look good, I think, for 2 complete amateurs. Anyway, we've got another one to do further on. We may eventually put in a 3rd, but I'm not sure. But that's a step in the right direction. We're so overconfident now.
Yeah.
We're having a go at rendering the end of this wall with the cement we got left over.
And it pulls up
Yes.
up above it.
Yeah. But you know, and again, I'm sure we've got the technique all wrong, but it's the end result that matters.
Yeah.
And you know,
George, no, no.
it's getting there. It's getting there.
Working weekend, it's the King's birthday flight. That's the weekend.
I'm going now because it's raining. Aren't you, darling? You have to stand in that dirt. You're a bit near the edge. You're a good lad.